My name is Ruben. We're going to do an IELTS test today. Please introduce yourself.
So first of all, my name is Alex.
Okay, Alex. Can you spell that, please?
It's ALENX.
Okay. And tell me a few things about yourself.
Well, as can be seen, as you know, I'm a senior of Tân Châu High School. So currently, I'm 18 years old. And the reason why I'm here, for the IELTS, so that I can, enroll in a university.
Okay. All right. Very good. So we're going to have 3 parts to the test, and this is the first part. I'm going to ask you about your friends. Okay. And there's a few questions about your friends. If you'd like to have a group of friends, or if your preference is to have one friend or just a few friends, and if you think it's important to keep in contact with friends that you made as a child. So the first question is, do you prefer to have one particular friend or a group of friends, and why?
Well, personally, I prefer to have a good particular friends because, though we have a lot of friends, some of them are not good. They just play with us just for the money or something about our daily lives.
Okay. And what do you like doing most with your friend?
Frankly speaking, 9 times out of 10, I often hang out with my friends for the weekends. I just go out and go somewhere with my friends, like go to a park or even a supermarket.
Okay. Do you think it's important to keep in contact with friends you knew as a child?
Yes, of course, because as you're a child, some of your friends often plays with some games and often give you some memories that I never forget. So is it necessary enough for people to keep in touch with friends?
Okay. And what makes a friend a best friend or a good friend or an excellent friend?
Well, I think it's...
What's the difference between a friend and a best friend, or a friend and an excellent friend?
Well, an excellent friend is that a person that are really good at something. Like you are not good at math and the others are really, really good at. So, that is such an excellent. Talking about best friend, I think that person is someone that willing to share, your opportunity, your ambitions, or even your daily life.
Okay, good answers. I'm going to ask you a little bit about, we're going to move on to part 2. And with part 2, you're given a topic and a minute to prepare. And then you have to talk about it for 2 minutes. So please write down your thoughts. You have a minute. Okay, so please tell me, describe an occasion.
Okay, so speaking of occasion, I'm going to tell you a time that I got some mistake. So this happened last Sunday for me. So due to my memory, that time I was doing basic exercise, and as usual day, I did it with my skill when some traditional methods. However, after around 20 or about 30 minutes, I got something like, I got wrong for the most of the time. I had done around 30 to 40 questions, and I realized that I just got wrong for half of them, which is really disastrous for me. And actually, I didn't notice at first, but when I had to check the answer, I felt it. Oh, this is something like so strange, and that's the moment I realized I did a big mistake. And honestly, this experience was such terrible for me because physics is my subject core at my school. So when I did it, or trying to achieve knowledge about physics, I tried to remember with my best and did exercise it without mistakes. So this should be never happen to me again.
Okay. Okay, fabulous. We're going to go on to part 3 now of the test. And part 3, I'm going to ask you about television. Now, television is different than cinemas or films. Okay. So you're going to have to think a little bit about TV. And the first question is, how popular is watching TV in your country?
Well, I mean, when it comes to about television in my living place, it was vastly different between the olders and youngers. I mean, olders refer to watch TV shows that are about music or about films that somehow that rarely occasion that occur every 30 p.m. However, for teenagers like us, we are likely to watch some TV show, for example, about my own idols, or even about some video that show exercise.
Okay. Tell me about the types of programs that are on TV in your country.
Sorry, could you rephrase the question?
When you see the older generation watching TV, what do they watch on TV?
Well, personally, as I mentioned before, they are likely to watch that are something about traditional music and something like some film that are made from older ages. For example, some films that are from the past, and some historic documentaries. And for talking about us, there are something like modern, for example, about music, Vietnam pop show.
Okay, good answer. Why do people like watching television?
Well, this can be attributed to a host of factors. First of all, they are, have a great interest about the shows. I mean, some shows that include, some like clients or even idols that I really, really admire. And on top of that, they are, somehow the TV show provide you the feeling to watch it without getting bored.
Okay, good answer. And which do you think is, we're going to skip that one. What effects can watching TV have on children?
Sorry.
I did skip a question, and the question would be, which one do you think is better, state or private television, and why?
Well, I think it should be a state TV, because if you compare it to white TV, it's somehow kind of, much simple. I mean, like they just you go about TV, and if you come like the other, like that white is somehow complicated, and maybe you got some accident about electronic.
Okay. And I guess state TV, you're saying, would have standards, and private TV might be rigged. What effects can watching TV have on children?
Well, personally, frankly speaking, I think they are just about the to develop, first of all, to develop their cognitive development. I mean, when a child watch a particular game show or even TV show about education, they are more likely to learn about the open world and learn some, life skill. For example, the time management skill and other skill like communication.
Okay. And last question, how do TV programs differ now than that of 10 years ago?
Well, personally, I think this is such a very, very difference. If you compare 10 years ago, TV in this day are much more cutting edge. I mean, they have some artificial intelligence which allows you to, watch, even programs from the overseas that you do not have a permission to watch. And moreover, some TV in the past are somehow really, really complicated and are not safe for our health. I mean, they include a lot of wires and maybe cause you some accident about electronic.
Okay. All right. Well done. That's the end of the IELTS test, the mock test. Very, very well spoken, Alex. It was good meeting you. Good luck on Saturday.
Okay.
And you have an awesome night.
Oh.
You take care. You
Okay.
take care. Okay.
Goodbye.